Hey there, Hollywood fans. Welcome to this week's show, which kicks us into the racing month of March. For me and us here at Hollywoodland, it's always March that really starts to ignite the season. We've already kicked off the first rounds of all of the championships, but there's also been a lot of delays and a little bit of moving and shaking in the calendar at the early part of the season. Let's talk about that first. So the South African Cross Country National Championship, now under the guidance of the Mahonies, unfortunately, they had to postpone round number one, which was only supposed to be a couple of weeks back. But of course, we had those late rains, and it was decided with the farmers' input as well as the committee that they would move that race out. So we still start the season in Bronkhorstspruit, but it's now going to be at the end. That's the final racing weekend of March. So what was round number two becomes round number one. It's pretty simple. And then I'm told what we're going to do is try and find another gap in the calendar towards the end of the year to fill in that space. But watch out for that. So round number one becomes round number two, but we still go racing in Bronkhorstspruit, which should be good. But we're still in the rainy season, if you can believe it. It's one of those seasons for sure. What else is coming around the corner for us? We kick off things nice and strong. This weekend just gone, I was out there on the mic at Monte Casino. It seems to be the reinvention, and the buzzword at the moment is Super Enduro or Super Enduro Cross. So great to be out there with the beautiful people at Sogo Sun and Monte Casino, and the guys at Tough did a very, very good job. It was a pleasure to work on the mic with those guys, and I'm looking forward to traveling the tour as we go around all of the casinos for the rest of the season. So if you liked what you saw or you want to be involved, come and find out. All of the updated calendars will be pumped out throughout the rest of the shows and the rest of the season as well. Then, of course, this weekend, we're heading into round number two of the FJs, and the following week, we go straight into round number two of the GXCCs. Let's start things off with Farm Jam. We go back to one of the breakout brand new venues from last year. It's the first time we ever raced there last year, and we go back again this year, and it now debuts a little bit earlier in the season for round number two, and that's Kloof. So I liked it because it felt like you were going into the back of like Dahlstrom area, lots of like, greasy climbs, cool descents, lots of river splashes, lots of fun. Actually, I think it was the best venue of the season. I know that Sgt. Pepper's always wins the best event, but as far as a venue goes, I love Kloof. So get your entries in for that, and me and the boys will see you out there. I'll be on the mic, and the boys will be out there doing all the filming, and we'll get a rock and roll show out of that. Then we'll go straight into edit before we pack up the goon wagon and go out to GXCC round number two. So it's a nice flow where we've got the Farm Jam and the GXCCs running back to back on the weekends throughout the rest of the season. Round number two of the GXCCs takes us out to Bapsfontein. I'm loving the fact that we're going to Bapsfontein nice and early in the season. Hopefully these late rains will keep the dust down, because that was a bit of a dust bowl race last year. And I know Vian will be laying out a track in accordance with that and trying to stay away from the powder area of that zone. So we're looking forward to that. So bumper back to back, and it's going to be super fun. Then a little bit of a break, and then the last weekend of the month we head out to Bronkhorstspruit. So we're staying relatively local in the racing month of March to kick things off for the national championship on the cross country bikes. Big month for us here at Hollywood Hills. So stay along for the ride, and we'll take you to the line.